Welcome. If you can hear me, drop a yes in the chat. Welcome, Denise. Welcome, Jackie, Michelle, Wazalina, Pamela, Delisha, Carlise, Shabani, Brett, Vita, Nate, Kate, Carlise, Addie, Linda, Miss Simone, Monica. If y'all can hear me, drop a yes in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Leisha. Thank you, Jackie. Let's go, Brett. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get the ball rolling. Excited to have all y'all here today. With that said, where are y'all calling from? All right. I am based in Atlanta, Georgia. What part of the world we in? Okay, Florida, Jackie, Boston, Shabani, I see you. Melbourne, Australia. Okay, Brett, welcome. Kim, okay, welcome. Houston, Texas. I was just there last week. Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome, Pamela. That's what I'm talking about. All right, drop your cities. If you haven't dropped your city yet, let me know what city you're in. Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I'm at. Denver. That's Houston again. Okay, I see Houston. All right, Jacksonville again. I see y'all. Let's go. Minnesota. Welcome. Okay. Charlotte, North Carolina. Vero Beach, Florida. Ooh, that's a nice spot. Welcome, y'all. Let's get started. Let's get the ball rolling. I want to say thank you for jumping on this call today. All right. I'm gonna share how I make $2,000 to $5,000 a month hosting private dinners, y'all. What I like to do when I present and share the information, I like to ask questions. So this is gonna be engaging. Y'all gonna see me pick on y'all. So I'm gonna call your name, right? So I'm gonna ask question. I wanna use the energy that you bring in to make this fun. For the next 60 minutes, we're gonna have an amazing time together. I'm going to share information that I believe can change your life because it changed mine, and opportunities where we can potentially work together. So, with that said, I'm going to share how I make that type of money without owning a restaurant, being an influencer, running events, and without a big audience. If you go to my Instagram right now, Jeff AB Online, I got less than 5,000 followers, and I'm super proud of it. Before we go any further, I want to make a quick agreement with you. I'm going to give you everything I've got here today. Simple, practical, actionable. But this only works if you actually use it. Because here's the worst thing, seeing something that could change things for you and doing nothing with it. So, as we go through this, I want you to see yourself doing this. Hosting your dinner, right? Putting the right people in a room, getting paid from it. That's what we all here for. Okay? Make it real in your head. If you're actually serious about this, type yes in the chat. Let me know if y'all serious about this. Type yes in the chat. Let me see that yes in the chat. Yes, Shabani. Yes, Jackie. Yes, Michelle. Yes, Alicia. Yes, Brett. Yes, Denise. Let's go. Yes, Pamela. Awesome. All right. If you stay with me, you're going to see exactly where you're leaving money on the table right now. Okay? Because this is simple, but it's not for people who just watch, it's for people who execute. Okay? You might be thinking right now, can I actually do this? That's a fair question. Anytime you see something new, something different, your brain is going to question it. Okay? That's normal. But here's what I want you to do. Don't try to figure everything out right now. Just stay with me through this. Because by the end, this is going to make a lot more sense. And if you're even a little bit curious, there's a good chance this can work for you as well. You don't need to be special. You don't need a big network. You don't need experience. You just need a simple system. Let's get started. You're one room away from opportunities you don't even know exist. Right now, deals are happening. Partnerships, clients, introductions, and you're not in the room. Not because you're not capable, but because you're not positioned. Most people try to make money like this: post content every day, run ads, build funnels, and wait. Meanwhile, the fastest money comes from this: proximity. Now, if you don't know me, let me introduce myself. All right, let's start there. My name is Joubert Abraham. About 25 years ago, I came to the United States from a country called Haiti. You guys might have heard of it. We're going to be in the World Cup. Let's go. I didn't speak English. This is my third language. I speak Haitian, Creole, and then French, and now English. I learned English here in the States. I didn't know anyone, no network. I didn't have any money. Did everything they told us to do. Go to school, stayed in school, graduated. That that was a big milestone. Got a good job, even bigger. Then I got fired from that job. Lost everything. Got evicted from my apartment. My car got repossessed and lost my unemployment benefits. So I had to figure out a way. Entrepreneurship became my way. I'm curious, how many entrepreneurs we have in the chat? If you're an entrepreneur, drop a one in the chat. Let me know if you're an entrepreneur here or if you're an aspiring entrepreneur. All right, Brett, I see you. Vita, I see you. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Michelle, okay, we got a few entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs as well, right? Rosalina, Delisha, I see y'all. Let's talk. All right. Like I see y'all. Let's go, guys. All right. So I tried and failed at a lot of things, from e-commerce to tech startups. You name it, I probably did it. I ended up launching a digital marketing agency, grew it to seven figures, and then sold it. Then end up losing almost everything again from bad investments. Through this whole process, I was able to learn more about myself. I learned that I was a connector. I love bringing people together. If you love bringing people together, drop a one in the chat. Let me know who else loves to connect people here. All right. Rosalina, I see you. Okay, Sarah. Okay, Jakes. Okay, D, I see y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Vita, yes, we got a lot of connectors here. Let's go. Y'all my connectors. That's my people. Y'all my people. I love this. All right. This idea came through me while I was sleeping. When I woke up that morning, I wanted to host private dinners. That was last year, y'all. I believe this was God's way of talking to me. And I sat on it for 9 months before I finally did anything with it. And now I get paid to sit at a table with entrepreneurs. When I connect the right people to each other, that's it. Okay? Nothing complicated, no ads, no content grind, no funnel, just a table and the right room. I literally just did this past Thursday. All right? Here's what that looks like. This is one of the restaurants that we host one of our dinners, right? I'm the guy with the hat and the glasses. We had a gentleman here who flew in from Dallas, another young lady who flew in from Houston. She's a tech founder. We have an M&A attorney at the table. So the food was amazing. The people were great, right? This is another dinner that we did last year at a Mexican spot in Buckhead. In this picture, we have a gentleman who buys businesses. We have another gentleman who is an AI expert. We have a young lady who owns a marketing agency for attorneys. We have another gentleman who owns a tech startup. We have another gentleman who works for a manufacturing company. We have a doctor on there, a chiropractor as well, right? We have a lawyer on there. Okay. This was my first dinner that I did last year. We have a gentleman who owned a law firm, a financial service firm, young lady who owned an insurance company, another young man who purchased a medical clinic, right? We have a gentleman who owned a funding company. This was at a Haitian restaurant. Remember, y'all, I said I'm from Haiti, so I love my culture. This is the black rice with the chicken and the pickles. Mwah, delicious, right? Amazing food, great people, great conversation, right? So what happened after one dinner, you have think about it, eight people in a room, 10 to 20 real conversations happening between us, 5 to 10 follow-ups, 1 to 3 real opportunities. Give you an example, one opportunity came where it turned into $18,000 in business. Another opportunity turned into $79,000 in business, right? So this came from conversation that started at one table, y'all. This is a payout from dinners. Okay. If you're wondering how do we make money with this, there are 7 ways to make money from one dinner. Okay. And I maximize all 7. So I'm going to explain 3 of them on this free training. And then the other 4, we're going to break them down in the Dinner Host Academy. I'll talk more about the Dinner Host Academy later on. So I want you to grab your pen and paper. It's time to take some notes. All right. School has officially started. Let's go. First, ticket sales. Second, sponsors. Third, referrals. All right. So let's break this down. These dinners are not free. Okay. People have to buy a ticket to attend. Because when people pay, guess what, y'all? They pay attention and they actually show up. Let's say one ticket for one dinner is $197. That covers your seat for the dinner, entrees, appetizers, access to the room because you're going to be around other movers and shakers. All right. Let's say you were able to sell 10 tickets for your first dinner. That's 197 times 10 tickets equals $1,970. Okay, that's for 10 tickets. Then you have what's called sponsorship. So these are our partners for the dinners. A sponsor will pay between $1,000 to $5,000 to be in the right room because of the people that we have in the room, right? How much that value to them. Assuming you got one sponsor pays low as $1,000, right? That's $1,000, 970 from ticket sales, $1,000 from one sponsor. That equals to $2,970 from one dinner. Okay. Now we have the third way, which is referrals. Remember, these are business owners you're putting together in this room. Let's say you make one introduction for one of the dinner attendees. All right. Assuming they did business with that person, meaning you made an introduction. Like I've done about 5 introductions since the dinner on Thursday, right? They end up doing business together. They're paying you $750 as a referral fee for making that introduction, right? Now let's do the math. 1970 plus 1,000 plus 750 equals $3,720 from one dinner. If y'all following me, drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all follow me so far. Drop a 1 in the chat if you follow me. Thank you, Rosalina. Who else is following me? Okay, Clarissa, I see you. Angela, I see you. Okay, Cece, I see you. Sarah, Vita, that's what I'm talking about, right? That's one dinner, y'all. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Assuming the dinner costs $1,000, right? Because you got to think about your costs and expenses. That's for the space, that's entree, appetizer, etc. Right? You take 3720, which you made, you remove the expenses, $1,000, you end up with about $2,720 in profit from one dinner. Imagine you do that twice a month, right? This is your side hustle, side income, or this is you retired, is something you want to do, or you're a chef, or you've done dinners before, but you never really systemize it like this. And you're like, okay, this is going to be a revenue stream for you. You do this twice a month, over and over again, right? That's $2,720 times 2 dinners equals $5,440 in 1 month from hosting dinners in your city. Is that making sense? Everyone has to eat anyway. Why not get paid for it? Right? Why not get paid for it? Be mindful. These results, they're not typical. 90% of people won't do this. Okay? That 10% that do this, that can change their lives. If you're part of that 10%, drop a yes in the chat. Let me know who's in that 10%, right? Clarissa, great question. I'll answer all questions later on. So keep that in mind so you can reply. Carlise, yes, great question. I'll answer that as well later on. Yes, yes, fantastic. You guys have questions, keep those because at the end of this, I want to answer all the questions so you guys are super clear, right? So if you, I see 10%. Sarah, I see you. Ade, I see you. Let's go. We got the 10 percenters in here. Delisha, I see you. 10 percenters. Let's go. All right, look, most people are overcomplicating income. All right. They think they need a mobile app, a product, a following, a funnel, or a big brand. So they stay stuck watching, planning, overthinking this thing. Meanwhile, they already have something valuable. They just don't see it, right? Or they've never been shown how to actually use it. Because nobody talks about this. You're losing money every week because you're not in the right rooms. Plain and simple. You need access to people, access to conversation, access to opportunities. All right. Money doesn't come from ideas, it comes from proximity, right? Trust and positioning. Big one, positioning. One environment creates all three fast. That's small, curated, intentional dinners. Think about it. Somebody spending 2 hours with you, eating good food in a nice place, right? The conversation goes from business to family, and then by the end of the night, you guys feel like friends. 8 to 10 people, one table, right mix of people. That's where real conversation happen. Let me show you what this actually looks like, right? These are, I show you example. These are the different dinners that I have. I have these dinners every single month, y'all, in Atlanta, right? This is another one I have. This one was super special. We did it at a Thai restaurant in Midtown Atlanta. We have a medical doctor of his own practice in there. We have a real estate commercial real estate gentleman. He owns 133 acres of land right outside of Atlanta. He's building a whole retreat there. We have another young lady who owns six hair salons. We have another young lady who invests heavily in multifamily real estate. A gentleman who flew in from California. He has his own CPA firm. We have another gentleman with a wealth management firm, right? So we have all these people in the room that are killing it in their businesses. So you may be thinking, is there anyone else doing this? Well, guess what? There are. So I'm gonna share one. Right. I want you to meet Latoya. She was one of the first people that I was able to help with this. So Latoya, she moved literally from New York City to Atlanta, Georgia, just a few months ago. Right. She moved, she got a full-time job. She was trying to figure out, okay, what can I do on the side, right, to supplement my income? How can I create another income stream for myself? And guess what, y'all? She was looking for that side hustle that didn't take a lot of her time, okay, that she can do working from home, right, having dinner at the restaurants. Super simple. She and I spoke. We talked about ways she can do it. She went through our dinner host academy. She learned our dinner host system. I'm telling you, this is a system. She set a date for her first dinner. She got 7 entrepreneurs to pay to attend her first dinner. All decision makers, right? I want to show you proof, right? Because I don't just want to talk about this. I want to show you what this looks like. This was same Thai food restaurant that I had my dinner at, right? She had hers there. You could Google that restaurant if y'all want to. I love you got the fish and the grandma curry. The grandma curry was really good with the tofu. Whoo. All right. Anyway, in this image, you have a gentleman here who's also a real estate developer. He owns roughly about 400 plus units here in Atlanta, Georgia. You have another young lady who owns her own nurse practice. We have another gentleman who owns a tech company. We have another young lady who also owns a tech company. Another gentleman in the picture who own I think mentioned a financial service firm, right? So I want you to imagine this. One dinner started like this: founder, consultant, service provider, operator. None of them knew each other before. But within 20 minutes, the conversation shifted, right? Small talk to real business problems. Hey, here's what I'm dealing with, right? Like our dinner this past Thursday, we had a developer that said, "Hey, I just purchased this unit, so I'm building this thing out. I need help with permits. And I'm like, okay, who do you know? Right? Somebody said, I know someone in the city that may be able to help, right? Or opportunities. Hey, I'm looking to speak on podcasts and do TEDx. Okay, let's connect you to some podcast hosts, right? Introductions are happening, right? That's what happens in the right room, y'all. Now, do you know why most people fail during these dinners? Because you might say, oh, this is easy. I can go and do dinner myself. You can, but then you might invite the random people. Then that don't work. Okay. Or you might not have structure for the dinner. Then it feels awkward, right? Or there's no follow-up. So it was nice, but there's no result. And then they think it doesn't work. It's not the idea that fails, it's the structure. So, how does this actually work? All right, it's simpler than you think. I break it down in three steps, okay? Before the dinner, during the dinner, after the dinner. All right. So I'm going to break this down. You might want to take some notes here as well. So, step one, before the dinner. This is about who you bring into the room, right? Some people were talking, I think someone asked, who do I bring in the room? Not everyone, not random people, the right mix of business owners, service providers, operators. Okay. You want people that are decision makers that could actually pay to be in that room. All right. You only need 8 to 10 people. So, what does success look like here? You have a dinner on the calendar. So, pick a date, right? I'm sure some of you have a date for your first dinner. If you have a date for your first dinner, let me know. Drop it in the chat. Let me know if y'all got a date for your first dinner. Let me know if you have a date for your first dinner. Drop it in the chat. And Carlise, all your questions, girl, just write all them down. I got you. I'm going to answer all of them at the end. So please write them down for me. All right. If y'all have a date for your first dinner, drop it in the chat. Let me know. Awesome. Let me keep going. All right. 8 to 10 people confirm ready to show up. That's it. Nothing complicated. Let me show you what this actually looked like in real life. You're sitting at your laptop, putting together your first list. You already know a few names. You already add a few more. You invite them, right? This is curated. You pick who you want to be here. And then you start getting replies. Yeah, man, sounds interesting. Let me know details, right? So I'm going to give you a real life example. This is one of our dinners, someone I invited, right? Got back to me. Yes, I'll be interested in joining. Thank you for the invite. Awesome. Give him the link. I messaged him. He got back to me at 6:27. I reply right away and then give him the link and he RSVP for the dinner, right? Paid, ready, and rock and roll. Now, it's not just an idea anymore. You have a date, you have a table, you have people confirm, all right? And for the first time, this feels real. Here's the simple strategy. Start with people you already know. Okay? Add a few new intentional connections. Keep it small. Keep it curated. Keep it focused. Keep it small. Keep it curated. Keep it focused. You're not trying to fill a room with a bunch of random people. You're building the right room. All right? Let me ask you something. Can you think of 5 to 10 people you already know who could be in a room like this? 5 to 10 business owners, right? Drop a yes in the chat if you can. Let me know that right now. Drop a yes in the chat if you can think of 5 to 10 people that are business owners you already know. Okay, I see you, Zadina. Yes, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Yes, Valerie, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, CC. Okay, I see you. Awesome. Let's keep going, guys. All right, good. That's all you need to get started. Now, step two, during the dinner. It's not about hosting an event, right? You're not there to impress people. You're there to guide the room. This is where the magic happens. Success here looks like people are engaged, conversation is flowing, okay? Connections are happening naturally, right? That's a winning room. Imagine you walk into the restaurant, people are arriving, they're shaking hands, taking their seats. The energy feels good. You start guiding the conversation, introducing people to each other, asking simple questions, right? And within minutes, everyone is talking. Okay? Everyone is engaged and you can feel it. This is a valuable room. And you created it. Congratulations to you. Let me ask you something else. Can you introduce people and get a conversation started? Drop a yes in the chat if you can do that. Can you introduce people and get a conversation started? Right? Yes, I see you, Amanda. Yes, yes, Cece, yes, Delisha. Let's go. All right. Now, here's where it gets interesting because the real value doesn't happen just at the table. It's step three, after the dinner. Okay. This is where most of the money is made. Not at the table, but after the conversation. Okay, so what does success look like here? People following up, big one, messages being sent, conversation continuing, right? That's where opportunities begin. Picture this, the next morning, you wake up, check your phone, and you see messages coming in like, great meeting you last night. Let's connect. We should talk more, right? I'll give you an example from one of our last dinner. I think this was either April or March dinner, right? Gilbert, thank you for inviting me. I signed up for the Connected Circle. I think I just need to be approved. It was a great event and everyone was terrific who I met. Look forward to speaking soon, right? So that's just an appreciation email from attending one dinner. Now, conversation are happening, people are connecting, opportunities are opening, and you realize this wasn't just one dinner. This is something you can repeat every week and every month, y'all. Here's the simple strategy, follow up within 24 hours. Big one. Keep it natural, keep it simple, just reconnect and continue the conversation. Let me ask you something else. Can you send a simple follow up message after meeting someone? Drop a yes in the chat if you can do that. Drop a yes. Let me know if you can do that. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Zadina. Thank you, Delisha. Let's go. Awesome. All right. So, if you had a simple system to follow and a community to help you actually set this up, would you at least want to see how that works? Drop a yes in the chat if you want to do that. Yes, Ade, I see you. Yes, Valerie, I see you. Yes, Amanda. Yes, Cece. Yes, Rosie. Let's go. Awesome. All right. So let me show you exactly how we help you do this step by step. Okay. Because this is for people who want something simple, who are tired of overcomplicating income and just want a clear way to get started. If that's you, this will make sense. Now, let's quickly bring this together, okay? You saw the 3 out of the 7 ways to get paid. Ticket sales, we talked about that. Sponsorship, we talked about that. Referrals, we talked about that. Then I showed you the 3 steps when you have your dinner, right? Before, having the right people in the room, super valuable. During, guiding the conversation, right? That's where the value come in. After, turning that into opportunities. Okay. Now, let me ask you something. What I showed you, you can see how this work, right? Let me know if you can see how this work in the chat. Drop a yes if you can see how this actually work. Perfect. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Kim. Yes, let's go. Let's go, Cece. Let's go, Amanda. Awesome. All right. You can think of a few people right now who could be in a room like this. Like, drop you some yes in the chat. Let me know. Delisha, I see you. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Kim, I see you. Let's go. All right. And you could reach out to them with something like this, right? I see the yes. Perfect. Okay. So I want to introduce to you what we call the Dinner Host Academy. I mentioned it earlier. I want to go deeper here. All right. It's a simple, powerful, growing community. People just like you and I hosting dinners around the country in different part of the world, right? We have one young lady, she's hosting her dinners in Sacramento. We have another one hosting dinners in Vegas. We got another one in Charlotte, right? We got another one, not just me, in Atlanta. Plus, we have Latoya in Atlanta, right? So we help you launch your first profitable dinner in 30 days, okay? We help you solve the 5 biggest problems new dinner hosts face, all right? I don't know who to invite. Most people think they need a huge network. You don't. Inside the academy, you get our dinner guest blueprint so you know exactly who belongs in the room and who doesn't. All right. I break this thing down on literally open up my laptop, got a video, and then show you exactly what to do there. Right. A big question I get all the time: what if nobody shows up? This is the number one fear new hosts have, right? You get our proven invitation system and outreach template so you can start filling seats without a large audience. You know exactly what to say to invite the right people. And guess what? They got to pay to attend. So people that pay attention. They'll show up because they put money there. All right? They're paid to be there. Okay? I don't know what to say during the dinner. That's okay. You don't need to be a professional speaker. We have this dinner flow framework so you can confidently guide the conversation and create value in a room. All right, what to ask when you're having those conversation, how do you structure that, right? The other one is, how do I find sponsors? We have a sponsor playbook and recording of our sales calls, like literally my sales call with a sponsor, how I go about explaining what we're doing and closing them into becoming a sponsor. I show you exactly how to do that, identify, approach, and secure sponsors for your dinner. Okay. Now, how do I turn these conversation into opportunities? Guess what? Most of the money isn't made at the table, it's made after the table. So we have follow-up systems that helps you create introductions, referrals, partnership, and future opportunities. Most people don't need another course, y'all. They need help getting started. That's why we created the 30-day first dinner challenge. Okay. Our goal is super simple: help you get your first dinner on the calendar, because once you host one, everything changes. You stop wondering if this works. Okay. You see it for yourself. Here's what success look like. Within the first 30 days, your dinner date is scheduled. That's what I was telling y'all. Let's put the date. Come out with your date. Your venue is selected. Your guest list is built. Invitations are sent. Okay. Then we help you fill the table without a huge audience, being famous, running paid ads. Then we help you host it. Right. You'll know what to say, what question to ask, how to guide the room. You can even do a role play with me, right? Then we help you follow up, okay? Because that's where most of the opportunities happen. That's the goal. Not perfection, not becoming an expert, just launching your first dinner, okay? Let's keep this simple. You don't need more information. You need a proven system, check, we got that. Templates that save you time, we got that. Accountability, trust me, you get a text from me or my team, we got that. A community of people doing this with you, Dinner Host Academy, and a roadmap to launch your first dinner. Okay? Look, you could try to figure all this out yourself. Who to invite, what to say, how to fill the room, how to find sponsors, how to follow up, or you could follow a proven system, a system that's already helped people launch their first dinner, a system designed to help you avoid the mistakes most new hosts make. Okay? Because the goal isn't to learn, the goal is to launch, to get your first dinner on the calendar, to bring people together, to create opportunities. That's the goal, right? That's why we created the 30-day first dinner challenge, powered by the Dinner Host Academy. Okay? I'm gonna share this with y'all so you have it right in the chat. The Dinner Host Academy offer. Okay? Everything you need to launch your first dinner, dinner guest blueprint, invitation script, sponsor playbook, dinner flow framework, follow-up system, accountability calls with me directly, community support, first dinner lunch checklist. Imagine 30 days from now, your dinner is scheduled. People have RSVP'd, conversation are happening, and you're glad you finally started. You can launch your first dinner for less than $4 per day, just 97 bucks a month. Think about this. A Starbucks coffee costs more than $4 a day, right? If you're buying, what is it, the chai latte. So imagine you get all this information and a community to just 97 bucks a month. All right. You have people in there that can help you. You're able to build your business hosting dinners, right? My promise to you, we help you launch your first dinner. So you're not just watching a bunch of videos, not just join a community just to join, not just consume information. We help you get your first dinner on the calendar. We have a 30-day money back guarantee, right? 30-day money back guarantee. You join, you do the work, you show up. All right? That's very important. You join, you do the work, you show up. If you feel this isn't right for you, we'll give you your money back. We'll refund you. Plain and simple. All right. What happens after you join? Because some people may be asking, okay, what happened after I joined today? Okay. So if you click on that link that I share with you, okay, it's going to take you to our Stripe page, which I'll share as well. So you guys know what that looks like. All right. Let's see, shares. Well, you already, yeah, once you click on the link, it will take you there. And then what's going to happen is you're going to sign up. So you make payment, 97 bucks. And then after that, it's gonna be another page that's gonna tell you to book your onboarding call. All right, book that onboarding call. This is where me or someone in my team will literally go through our dinner academy, add you on the Dinner Host Academy as a member, show you everything you need to know, add you on the calendar for our accountability group calls, pick a dinner date, right? Build your guest list, send invitation, host your first dinner, rinse and repeat. Simple. Make sense? Maybe you're thinking, what if nobody comes? That's normal. Every host thinks that. Okay? That's exactly why we created the guest blueprint, the invitation script, the accountability call, so you're not figuring this out alone. All right? So click the button, join us. All right? I'll put that link in the chat as well so you guys have it. So you have everything in the chat. That's the direct link. So I dropped it in the chat so y'all have it. You can check it out. All right. You have two options to get started, y'all. Option one, monthly membership. Like I said, 97 bucks a month. Okay. Only $97 a month. Cancel anytime. Right? I keep it super simple. Option two, if you don't want to use your own money, buy now, pay later. All right. We have a flexible financing available with Klarna. That same link, if you click on it, is going to take you in the bottom. I'm going to drop that again in the chat so y'all have it. Boom. It's going to take you directly to the Klarna page, right? You can see Klarna on the bottom. You can click on that and you apply in minutes and you start now. All right. Pay over time. Because of our partnership with Klarna, you can do that. Either way, the goal is the same. Host your dinner in the next 30 days. Join the community of dinner hosts. Start building momentum and turn this into ongoing income. All right. You've seen the model. I literally break things down for you. You've seen what's possible. Okay. Now it's your move. Your first dinner is closer than you think. Join the 30-day first dinner challenge, just 97 bucks a month. Let's get your first dinner on the calendar. Right? That's okay. So let's do a quick recap. What you learned today, how dinners create opportunities, 3 out of 7 ways to make money from one dinner, the 3-step dinner host system, and how to launch your first dinner. Okay? The only question left is, will you host your first dinner, or will this become another idea you never act on? Think about that. Will you host that first dinner, or will this become another idea you never act on? Join the 30-day first dinner challenge. Dinner guest blueprint, invitation script, sponsor playbook, accountability calls, community support. Launch that first dinner in 30 days. It's only 97 bucks a month. Click the link below to get started. All right. Perfect. Good, good, good. Awesome. So, with that said, if you have questions, I'm ready for questions. Let's get those questions answered. Who has questions for me? Yes, Vita, I'm answering the questions. What's your question? Anybody that have questions, write it in the chat so I can see it and I can answer it for y'all. All right. Meanwhile, I'm also scrolling up to see if I miss anything so I can go back and answer those as well. Okay. I'm going up, going up, going up, going up. I want to answer. Carlise, I think you had some question. Please drop them in the chat. I want to make sure I answer those as well. Okay, first, let's see. Wow, it's a lot here. Give me a second, guys. I'm going through everything. Entrepreneur chef. Okay, Clarissa, what type of dinner do you set up? Right? These are private dinners. You can either host them at restaurants or different venues. Okay, Carlise, there we go. How are we ensuring the variety of the people in the room? Great question. So the way I do it is curated. So I identify who's going to be the different industries we want to invite to that dinner. All right. There's a few ways you can do it. Like I mentioned, you can start with your own network, but then after that, we teach you in the academy different ways you can identify the right people, what platform to use to identify the right people you want to invite. I have videos that I show you what to do. Plus, we have the Zoom calls that we do every other weeks, which is our accountability, where I go deep in there with you to show you exactly how to do it. All right. Good. Do you need a large following? Gwendolina, no, you do not need a large following. I got less than 5,000 subscribers. All right. Carlise, I think I answered how to get the people. Okay. And what's the sales process is for killing it? How we stratify what they're interested in. What do you mean by that? How we stratify what they're interested in? Kind of break that down for me a little bit so I can answer it some more. Describe a networking event. No, it's more a private dinner. It's very intimate. It's not like a big networking event where people are just exchanging cards and nothing else is happening there. All right, let's see. Okay, more questions. Are you coming on camera? Yes, I can come on camera. Let me come on camera. Give me a second. Yes, I can come on camera. Vita, give me a second to pull my camera up. Camera. So you can see me. Okay, and also, so are you saying we have to know business owners, or you guys can provide verified business owners? Great question, Ade. If you know business owners, great. If you don't, that's fine as well. I'll show you how to identify business owners and how to put the right ones in the room. Great question. You following, connecting, still after dinner? Yes, yes, Delisha. You're following and connecting still after dinner. Yeah, after the dinner, you want to connect with people. That's important. All right, so let me see. There you go. Good. Vita, you wanted to see me on camera. Hey! All right. Good. Awesome. What other questions y'all have? Okay, I dropped the link in the chat for anybody that want to get started with us tonight. All right. Should we look at specific restaurant or menu that everyone likes? Great question. Perfect. Let me answer one or the other. You're following connecting style. Okay, good. Should we look at specific restaurants on menu that everyone likes? Yes, there are specific restaurants that we use and different menus as well, right? Like I'm plant-based, so I make sure I always find restaurants that offer plant-based options, right? So I have 3 different restaurants that I partner with, and I show you exactly how to find those. Great question. Okay, good. Zadina, I own a ghost kitchen. Is there an option to cook myself at the restaurant? Interesting. You have a ghost kitchen. Okay, congrats. Now, for your ghost kitchen, I'm curious, Zadina, how do you have it set up? Do you have like a front end or back end where you cook in the back and in the front end? Or tell me more on how you have that structured, because based on that, it might be a way for you to cook the food yourself and then invite people to your specific venue, right? But I like that questions. Okay, fantastic. Also, I'm gonna have my team follow up with you. I have a couple ideas for you, Zadina. Let's talk tomorrow or sometimes during the week. I'm gonna have the team follow up with you, and then we'll give you some ideas as well. Should a restaurant have a specific room for this event? Great question. Not necessarily. Not all restaurants have it. Some restaurants do have private room, like you saw in the Thai food spot. I used the private room there, but you don't have to use the private room. Great question. Okay, sound good. Fantastic. All right, what else do we got? What other thing? Did I miss anything? Because I know I'm going through these questions and I want to make sure I don't miss anything. All right. So if you guys have more questions, join us in the academy. Okay, go ahead. D, you said wait. Talk to me. Let me know what you got. Oh, perfect. So Vita, yes, where are my testimony from people who signed up and people who attended? Yeah, I have video testimonials actually. I have videos I can show you if you want. If you want, send me a text, right? I have no problem sharing that with you or even let you talk to some of them. Plus, you saw some of the screenshots of the people that the email, so I got no problem sharing that with you as well. Great question, by the way. Who are the people that made money? Okay, so one, I made money. Weston A made money. Latoya made money. The people that I make introductions made money, right? So if you want to know who they are and want to meet them or have conversation with them, that is perfectly fine. Book a call with me, and then I'll introduce you. I got no problem. Can you host in a hotel private room where the restaurant owners can deliver the food? Adi, you can, but there's a system that I put in place. So if you're in the academy, just follow that system and you'll be good. Great question. All right. How do we text you? Ah, fantastic. Once you join, let me know. You should have my phone number in the chat, and I'm going to add my number here as well so you guys can shoot me a text when you want. Give me a second to pull it up. I'm gonna put my one of my office numbers for you. I want to book a call. Yes, you can book a call. Give me a second. I'm gonna put that's might be even easier for you. I'm gonna put Vita. Yes. Good. So book a call with me. I dropped my link in the chat. If you want to book a call, you're welcome to do that. All right. So lock it in and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Can we hear the video? Yes, I'm trying to figure out how to share it. Give me a second. Share slides. One second. Let's see. Share no screen. Okay. Boom. All right. Why this isn't this online so easily find instead of booking a call? Because it's easier to just talk to me, right? If you have questions, it makes it easier to find. If you want more testimonials, I can make those introductions. All right, let's see. I'm gonna show you. Perfect. Let me know if you can see it. All right, so this is video of one of our dinners. Here so this was at a Mexican spot. Actually, that was downtown Atlanta. All right. I'm gonna show you a better one. Super easy on. We have a lot of hard time. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but if you can, let me know. All right. Great question. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Cool. Okay. Vita, Yeah, anything you want, I'll be happy to share with you. I have no problem. So, can we add entertainment to the dinners? Depends on what kind of entertainment you want, because you remember you here for business, so you want people to be able to listen and talk to each other at dinner. No testimonials. Vita, I make introductions for you if you want. So yeah, I'll be more than happy to make those introductions. So let me know when you want. I got you. All right. What else do we have? Any other questions? If not, I've added the link in the chat. If you want to join the community and where I can work with you directly, you're welcome to do that to help you launch your first dinner. You're welcome to do that. All right. Perfect. Okay. Cool. Anything else? Am I missing? Let's see here. We should have to hear the video testimonial. We would love to hear the video to hear the videos. Yeah. How do we text you? I think I put my calendar link in the back. Let me know if you got it. What else we have here? How long is 30-day challenge? I mean, it's 30-day. Basically, the goal is to help you get your dinner set up in the first 30 days, right? What else? Should the restaurant have a specific room for this event? Answer that. Yes, I have an LLC. I'm just going through up to make sure I don't miss anything. Should we look at specific restaurants or menu that everyone likes? Right. So you're saying we have to know business owners. Yep, I think I answered that. We coming on camera? Yes, I'm on camera. What else? Am I missing anything? I'm still going up the chat, guys. Awesome. All right. I mean, you got everything here. If you join, you want to join, you're welcome to um, jump on board. Let's work together. Let's get this thing moving. And yeah, once you click the link, you make payment. It's going to take you to a welcome page. In that page, book a call for your onboarding call, right? Book that call with me. And then after that, we add you onto the school community, like I showed you. And then we have a group call that we do once every 2 weeks on Wednesdays. So you're welcome to come on those, get all your answer questions there. And if you need anything extra, I'll be more than happy to make some connections or introductions to get the ball rolling. Also, my team member, if you don't sign up tonight, she's gonna follow up with you tomorrow and the next day to see if there's something you want to do. With that said, anything else that I'm missing? I think I got everything. Perfect. Delisha, yes, that's part of it. I just asked a question. Okay. Are you people instead of posting public testimonial? Are you advertising at the beginning of the month and dinner at the end of the month? Yes. So the way we have it structured, we have a system. So you'll be following the system in the academy. If you join your academy, Delisha, we'll just go through the system with you, right? So all that is in the academy. Hence why that's the best way to answer that. Random people instead of posting public testimonial. Are you advertising at the beginning of the month? Ever going to take it out the you? Yes, AD and be a virtual host. I'm just thinking out loud. Yes, we want to turn this. Remember this, I just started this, right? Um, just started doing these academy. This is new. The dinners, I've been doing it since last year. I want to build, and this is the vision, the largest dinner host academy in the world, right? Because I think there's a big opportunity there with AI and everything that happened. Real intimate experiences become more valuable nowadays. So I want to be able to build something that people can do dinners in Australia and France and the UK, in my home country in Haiti, here in the US, right? So when you're traveling, you guys able to meet together and able to connect and build relationships. So it's so much more that I envision for this. And this is why we're doing this, right? Because I think there's a lot of opportunity that people are not taking advantage of. So yes, international, yes, yes. Perfect. So yes, jump on board. Let's get to work. Let's work together. Let's get going. And then if I can be a resource in any other way, I got no problem. I'm there. If you want to come to one of my dinners, you in Atlanta, you want to fly to Atlanta to actually come in a real dinner. Once you become part, when you're part of the academy, you're welcome to come, right? You're welcome to come. So you get to see me do it live because I do them every month. So, all right. So I look forward to everyone who joined. All right. Remember, you join the first 30-day challenge. We get dinner guest blueprint, invitation script, sponsor playbook, accountability calls, community support. Yes, Marie, you're welcome to. If you're not too far for needs payment to you to prove. Yeah, Vita, yes, if you gotta pay and then take you to the welcome call, the welcome page where you can actually do that. You can also Google me, Vita. If you want to know more about me, just Google me, Gilbert Abraham. You're welcome to do that. All right. With that said, guys, thank you again for jumping on. I dropped the link one last time for folks that want to get started. You're welcome to get started. If you just want to talk to me, the link to my calendar is up there, or my team will reach out to you. I'm more than happy to do that as well. Thank you, Gilbert. I mentioned in the beginning, but if you click on, I'll drop it in the chat for you, Michelle. Thanks. You're welcome. Right. Yes. So let's get started. Whoever wants to work with me, I'm excited to work with you. And everyone else, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's work. You guys have an amazing night. Thanks again for jumping. Thank you for all your questions. Hopefully, this was valuable for you today. All right. Thank you. Be safe, guys. Cheers.